So let's get right to it. It was election time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Trump won. I got mixed emotions. I'm not like, oh my God, the world's gonna end. I'm not like that. Disappointing.
Yeah.
What was your disappointment about this election?
I was disappointed in my generation. We're cooked. I don't know why people didn't go out to vote. I think I just like, I know last time we talked and I was like, yeah, I'm not voting. But at the end of the day, if I have a choice, I would like to go and at least add my input on it.
Right.
And not just sit back and watch. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But a lot of people were confused. Like, I think people failed to realize that Kamala didn't have as much time, so you weren't gonna hear as much from her. But I really, really think, honestly, that this is the most what's the word I'm looking for? I say just the most out of tune that I've been with an election.
Oh, okay.
And I think it has been the same for a lot of people.
They said if Harris wasn't having a party, if she was more focused instead of having a party.
I don't agree with that. I think it's tactics, because I think how she's looking at it is, and it may not work for me, but the Lotto, the Sexy Reds, them going to perform, she was just trying to gain that young audience, because she had to do the things that was going to get the attention of the people. Being that she had less time, like, I think that really, really impacted
I think also too, though, I'm just elephant in the room with it. I think it was simply she was a female and she was a black female.
Yeah.
I think I think everybody at the end of the day, when it was over with, everybody said she wasn't going to win. There was no way they was going to let a woman win. That's what everybody's attitude was. So it gives you kind of the defeated mindset going into it already.
But when we say who is they wasn't going to let a woman win. Like, who are we talking about?
The masses, the like, you know what I'm saying?
Are the masses the white people in this sense? Because if that's the case, they was voting for Trump regardless.
Well, this was very surprising to me. There was a high percentage of Mexicans. I don't know if you've seen that. Mexicans that voted for him.
For Trump? Yeah, it was Mexican males. You surprised by that?
Hell yeah, he don't like them. He wants to get rid of them.
But also, you got to look at the Mexican culture. When it comes to Mexican culture, and I guess you could even say Hispanic culture.
Yeah.
When you look at it, the man goes out, he works. They're very old-fashioned traditional. The woman, she stays home, she stays with the kids, she does the cooking, she does the cleaning.
But the point is the immigration situation. So he don't even want you here.
I think that, but for the people that are already here legally, right? When you go to their traditions, they're not gonna vote for the woman. They're gonna vote for the man.
Well, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That was another.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah, like right. But that's the other aspect of it because of that.
Right.
They wasn't voting for her, and I'm not being funny. There was a lot of people that just didn't vote.
That's what
I know. At least seven.
That's the aspect that I'm.
I know at least 7 people.
That's one person.
Somebody told me, like, I can't believe that you think that this is really gonna change something if I vote. Like, they really was on it. There's a lot of, like, not to really get too much into it, but the conspiracy theorist factor of a lot of things plays a very big part. A lot of people believe, all right, they already know who they want.
Right.
And, that whole thing.
Right.
So I'm just like, I don't know, man. Like,
if that was the case, though, I believe Obama would have never been president. Because if they wanted who they want to be in there, they wouldn't have a black person.
I think to some degree you had to give us that. If that makes sense. Like,
for 8 though?
Yeah.
For 2 of them?
Yeah.
Who did he go against the second time? I can't remember.
I
don't know, man. I really don't.
I ain't gonna lie, me either. I'm at the point where I'm just like.
But if you got to think, even the Republican Senate here swept Ohio. It wasn't even close.
Right. Yeah.
I just think like Georgia is made of mostly black people down there. Trump won Georgia.
It's
Trump
a Republican
won
state, isn't it?
Florida. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm
that map was looking.
It was
real
looking
bloody.
crazy. I'll put it up for y'all. It'll be there, but
The
it just
map was looking real bloody.
I felt bad, man. She didn't have a fair chance. Hopefully, in the 4 years from now, she'll have another chance. Cause
let me ask you this: do you think Michelle would have had a better shot?
Absolutely. And the only reason I say that is because she's been in the public eye for so long. We know what she stands for. So it's already people that like her that would have. Kamala, if you go off, she already had to make up the ground for people not liking Biden, and as if she really had so much of a decision in what he did in office.
And too, a lot of people didn't like a lot of her policies as well.
Right.
So it was kind of like, it was a situation. It was very like, I don't like either.
But when I look at it, I got 2 daughters. I would have loved for them to see a woman in power as such. That would have been amazing. But when I look at the country that I want my daughters to grow up in, I don't want them to grow up in a Donald Trump ruled country. I don't.
Do you? Let me ask you this, because do you believe in the whole rich get richer, poor get poorer?
Absolutely.
So if you was in a different bracket where you was making,
my choice probably would have been different. That's just me being 100%. Well, me being me. I don't know, because I'm very pro-black, like I am.
Right.
So my choice may not have been different, but the thought process would have been.
Yeah.
I think I would have still at the end I would have felt like I compromised my integrity if I would have voted for Trump at the end of the day. Right. But it's like finance wise, you definitely gonna sit down and think about that, which is why I think like a state like Georgia, even though it's a Republican state, it's mostly black people, but our rich black people are there. Our rich black people are in Texas.
Exactly.
Our rich black people are in Florida. They're mostly down south. So I can see why.
My thing is, I just couldn't vote for somebody who don't like me.
Yeah,
I'm just like, you know what I mean? Like,
how could I like you? You don't like me.
I seen a lot of people like, oh well, make America great again, and I was like, people, was trolling, of course, but at the end of the day, I was like, come on, man.
Yeah, man.
Like this.
It's crazy. You can't. Come on. That's stupidity, man.
That don't even be making sense, man. I'd be like, oh my God. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna see, right?
He's the president.
What is it? Project 2025?
Yeah.
MAGA
2025.
Boy, that had a lot of.
He had a lot of celebrities that supported him. Like Dana White was on there.
Yeah, I seen
Elon Musk.
Of course, them niggas is making $500 million a year.
He was on there talking about Elon. Elon is the only person who could land. China couldn't do that. Russia couldn't do that. And I was like, what does that have to do with anything?
Hey, I'm not going to lie. That nigga is funny, man. Like, what is he talking about?
Susie did such a good job. I'm like, man.
I seen him said he tried to kiss his wife. She was just like, that's not. She knew. That's not.
Nah, she always been.
That's not Ivanka. What happened to Ivanka?
Yeah, I think that's her.
No, that's not Ivanka.
You know that surgery will make you look different, man.
No way.
Donald, I just want to get my skin.
That's really her.
Skin pulled back in.
Do what you want to do.
Don't worry, baby. We have the money.
Don't worry.
I'll call the doctor down south. We're screwed. All in all, we're screwed. We'll see, man. I did see as soon as he went in the office, though, that a war ended in China or
that nigga's listen, he's a businessman at the end of the day. He's more of that, you know.
Yeah.
He's funny though.
But if hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you right.
He's very entertaining.
If you black and you voted for Trump, you a sellout. That's how I feel. That's how I feel.
No. If you are any minority descent
and you voted for him, you're a sellout.
You're a sellout. I'm sorry.
You're a sellout. Sorry.